Hi lads, how's it going? So, this is a Comacho Corogo, the red label one. I've never had one. I've had loads of the orange Connecticut and I've had quite a few of the yellow ones. They don't make them anymore. You'd be very hard pressed to find one of them now. So I got a red one. My mate Dave Lee got me this for doing a favour for his brother, so which I appreciate. So I'm going to give it a go. It's been in the humidor a couple of months. So today's a very windy day. I'm in their garage at the manor. Really windy. There's still a fair few leaves on that tree. It's a hell of a noise. So I put the furry thing on the phone. So hopefully you won't be hearing what I am, but no promises, sorry. We've got 40-mile-an-hour winds down here today, up north Scotland. They got 80, I've heard. Not seen it, someone told me. Let's hope that isn't true. So, it's about 12:30. Halfway through the day, and I'll let this. Here we go. So, being the red with the darker leaf, it's a stronger one than the orange, the Connecticut. Medium. I've not looked it up that side, but probably a medium to full strength. There is a black Comacho as well that I don't know a lot about either. I think that's quite a strong one. Smooth, not that strong so far. Beautiful draw, lovely draw, and it's so simple, so easy to draw on that. I've had a few Cubans recently. Well, I've got me old, it's called the perfect tool, where you can drill out to make the airwaves. I should show you that sometime. No chance you need it for a cigar like this. So this, I think this is meant to be medium to full, but I'm not so sure it's full strength anyway. That is very surprisingly pleasant. I've looked at these reds and I've never been tempted to buy one yet. I'm just going to move the camera up, excuse me. I've never been tempted to buy one yet because I love the orange one so much. And tell you what, after 3 or 4 draws on it, hey, lovely. This is going to be hopefully a nice surprise for me. I said in a video the other day when I was talking about lardies, I've gone off a lot of the New World stuff. There's only a few brands that I'm into at the moment, Comacho being one of them. So this being a little bit stronger, you know, a bit more of a fuller taste, is, you know, if I do like this, by the time the stick gets down here somewhere, that's excellent for me. Excellent. Because, you know, you can't just keep going Cubans all the time, mainly because of the expense. They're just, aren't they? But these are going to be around about the £20 mark. This is a Robusto, so 5" per 50 gauge. They do Comachos in a Toro size, which is bigger, but no, I don't think I have actually had a bigger Comacho, so they've all been Robusto, but it's a nice size of Robusto, isn't it? I haven't got tea, I've got coffee with this one. I thought that might be a better match with the stronger tasting cigar. Don't know why, I just did. Well, so far I don't see why you couldn't smoke this at 10 o'clock in the morning, I really don't. That's really surprised me, but it's so early days in the cigar, isn't it, to sort of get too excited either way or the other. Now when I'm looking at the lens now, that says that's upside down to me. I don't know, I can't remember if when I play it back it comes the right way or not. So I might be wasting my time holding that like that, but it is a Comacho. You can see that by the shape of the wrapper, can't you? The scorpion's on there. Where's the scorpion? There's the scorpion there. It's just a cool name, isn't it, Comacho? Well, I think it is. Honduran. I'm so glad I'm liking this. So, Sunday. I think I'm right in saying it's the 20th of October. 12:30, so it's lunchtime, 20 to 1. So, what a week weather-wise. What a strange fucking week weather-wise. Friday, I could have had shorts on the seafront. There was a slight wind. There was a slight wind, a small wind, and it was warm. It was a warm wind. We couldn't believe it. Me and Hooks was up on the top there of those block of flats in Beggs Hill. Delivery driver there. Dogs are barking. That's actually a blade for me, probably. I've ordered a blade. Yeah, so the weather on Friday was gorgeous, really nice. And then Saturday I woke up to go and do a job in Eastbourne. No chance. Woke up dry. I was up early yesterday. Woke up, and by 5:45, 6 o'clock in the morning, it was having it. It's Sunday here now, like I said. It's been having it today. It stopped raining right now, but the wind's blowing. So it's been miserable. So you go from almost like a summer's day to this. It's just crazy, isn't it? So the weather's been up and down. I've had a couple of other problems this week. Still the lintels falling apart, so it's been a busy week. We work 5 days, so you can never moan at that or complain at that, can you? Especially at this time of year. The job I had to do yesterday, that was also changing lintels, but that was for another builder mate of mine. But there was nothing I could do about the weather. The lady, if I'd have gone down, the lady wouldn't have been happy with a hole in her cavity, would they, with that weather? There's 3 to do, and I've only seen photos. They're either concrete and mended, or they're stone lintels. They're quite big, like they look like 9 inches tall, 1,500 long. They are definitely only 4 inches wide. I asked him to take a brick out and have a look. I wasn't sure if there was going to be, you know, the old boot lintel sort of thing, go all the way through. But they weren't. So that didn't get done. But I've had a bit of aggro this week. Yeah, but then I got an extension earlier on in the week. So all in all, it's been a good week. You know, what will be, won't it? Problems come and arise, as you all know. Sometimes it can be really tough being a boss. You know, when things aren't always going great, you know, I wouldn't lie. I might try and get my words out in a minute. I don't lie. I try not to lie, and I certainly don't want to lie to any of you. Work, I ain't got loads of work. I've got some jobs to come up after this job, but nothing's massive. There's two extensions, but they both could be coming up a bad time. There's one coming up, it's going to be a bad time for me. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it, but I don't want to lose it because he's a builder that I like and I want to get in with. I've done a couple of jobs for him. You need the contacts. I've got the gable end to take down, the whole gable end of a house, right to the floor. Yeah, so sometimes it's not easy being a boss. You guys that are just, and I'm not talking down to you, because I've been one of them plenty of times. You go to work, you do your hours, you go home, you switch off, can't you? If you want to be really ignorant, you can ignore your phone. But, you know, you might get the occasional text or something off your boss, but apart from that, there's nothing, is there? So, any of you guys out there that are working for someone, when you're in one of your better moves, spare a thought for your boss. You don't know, when you're at home, you don't know what he's doing, what he's going through to try and get you work. It can be tough, it can be really tough, it's stressful. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it, you know, because you could just have a line of work. The other thing is, it's not only getting the work, it's getting it programmed in the right order. And I'm not trying to upset people. I'm really bad for not wanting to upset anyone. I don't want to let anyone down. It may be slightly one of my downfalls. Hence I do a lot of weekend work that I get heavily criticised for. I don't like letting people down. But sometimes people don't want to wait, do they? There's a beautiful cup of coffee that I made, and that is a beautiful cigar, lads. Good thought. I would have never thought I'd have liked this. Comacho red. Beautiful. I've been, you know, in charge before, years ago, when people, you know, and it gets back to what they say about you behind your back. But to be fair, I've said this on other videos, words, in that one, out that one, all that one. I don't care about words. People are always going to talk. And then you get the people talking about, oh, he's earning this and he's earning that. One, they don't know what you're earning, so they're probably thinking it's higher than it is. But like I say, there is no off button at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whenever you knock off. There is no off button for the governor. I mean, I'm quite fortunate. I've got a small wage bill because the amount of people I've got. But there's guys out there with a lot of men. You know. The biggest I ever was 9. I think it was 9 including me. I don't think I was the 10th. I think it was 9. You eat the work when you're like that. You've got to get so much work. It's very hard. And, you know, and then if you've got 2, 3 jobs on the go, and you're on your own as far as you don't have a partner, you've got to sort it all out, the ordering and everything, and if you're doing the materials, you know, make sure the money's there to pay the lads at the end of the week. It's hard go, lads, it really is. And now with the downturn, and now with the, you know, people probably don't like me getting political, but I can't help myself. We've got an awful government, in my opinion. The Prime Minister is a buffoon, in my opinion. He's making it very hard for us, and so there's going to be a lot more stress for a lot more bosses. I've got a follower on TikTok, Dan. He's a taxi driver in Plymouth, and me and him talk, well, we used to talk a lot, and I've not heard from him much, to be fair, recently. But last week he texted me after one of my videos, he didn't text me, he put it on one of the comments. He's got less people getting in his taxi cab in Plymouth since the new government's in. So it's not affecting just builders, it's affecting everyone. Mrs. T's job up the road here, 2 people have just got laid off. She's been there 6 years, never ever been tight for work. 2 people have been laid off. The guy's been going 30 years. I don't think he's laid people off before. The only time he had trouble, I remember it being in COVID, and they had to stay at home. They didn't get laid off, but they had to stay at home. So times are really gonna, and it's October the 20th, I think. It's barely started this crap weather, has it? So we're gonna have a long winter, lads, in my opinion. There was a lot of chat on, most of my followers are on TikTok. Unfortunately, I wish more of them would come over here on YouTube, but they don't seem to want to. But there was a lot of chat on my TikTok channel towards the end of last winter, sort of like January, February, March, when people were messaging me saying things were getting tight. And then I was all sat pretty, going, well, I'm really I'm really sorry to hear that. But right now here, I'm okay, even though I did tell them stories about things I'd heard local to me. This time last year, I was in a very nice position. I was building some houses that kept me and the nurse going all winter. We left there at the end of March, April, something like that. So 12 months on, I'm in a completely different situation. I mean, the thing that's in my favour against those guys with 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 guys, whatever you bigger boys have got, you know, it's not nice laying off, is it? It's not. Being a small team, it's going to be obviously easier to get work, to keep us all going. So, that sounded a little bit depressing, but that's just some of my thoughts on that. Just been to see one of my mates. He lost his wife 6 months ago. He's on his own now, obviously. I'll go and see him every couple of weeks. Just been down there. He lives very close to the seaside. Very close, just on the outskirts of Eastbourne. God, that was blowing. It was pouring hard too down there this morning. It was only a few weeks ago, it was going down there, and there's like a cafe there and that. We go and sit out on the veranda with a nice cup of coffee, have something. What a change. Two months to Christmas. I mean, there is that to look forward to. Christmas is a nice time of year, isn't it? I love to see all the lights out. Brightens the place up, doesn't it? And, you know, get some time off. You know, I don't want to have time off when it's forced time off, but if we have to have some time, like we have time off over Christmas, it's quite nice to have a relax, isn't it? Put your feet up for a while. Even though we didn't do that last year, me and the nurse, we were back in very, very quickly after Christmas. I don't know what we'll be doing this year. It's not even been discussed. Saying that, I think Crooks did tell me the day, what day Christmas landed on, but if I remember rightly, it's Friday's the 21st, so we'll probably work Friday or the Saturday, and that'll be it for a while. Depends on where you're working and what you're doing, whether you can go in. Well, I was last year, it didn't matter, it didn't harm anyone. There would be no complaints, but obviously if you're in certain places, you're going to get complaints. And then you lads on the big site, sometimes it's 10 days, 2 weeks, isn't it? Shut down, come back January the 6th or whatever it is. So it's sort of forced on you a bit. That's one good thing with doing the smaller jobs like I do. You haven't got the authority over you. You've just got to keep the customer happy. There's a bit more strength there now, I can taste. Still very nice though, very smooth. It's nice with this coffee. Yeah, so Monday tomorrow already. It's gone quick this weekend, doesn't it? Can't believe what's happened in my watch, how quickly that goes round. Last week flew by. And like I was speaking to my mate this morning, it's 6 months since he lost his wife. Cannot believe that 6 months ago. Crazy. It was April he lost her. Got to enjoy it, haven't we, lads, while we can. That's why having fun on site is so important. Very important in my opinion. Well, I'm working this, we're on the last flank really of that block of flats. And the scaffold is so narrow, the gap between where I am and the neighbouring property. It's only 4 boards wide. We've been on 6 board wide scaffold on the front and that. So that's going to act as a wind tunnel down there. So I think tomorrow, with that forecast I've seen, it's going to be a blowout. Ideal world, it'd be wrapped with a tin lid. That would be nice. But it isn't, so I think tomorrow will be a blowout. And then Tuesday onwards is meant to be better, what I've seen. Just to take some of the band off. So these lardies, you can get these anyway, you get the orange ones. And blue, they do the blue, don't they? Oh actually, no, I'm not at the blue one either. So mainly I see the orange, the blue and the red. There is a black one though, like I said. And clearing leaves when I've been coming home this week, blocking the drains. It looks like right 2 and 8 round here in the winter, especially this time of year when the leaves are coming off. Because all these are popular trees out here, these big tall ones. And then there's about, well, I'm looking at 3, 6, 7, 8 of them here, then out of sight now. Then it goes oak trees that go round, and they always drop. They already have started to drop, but the majority of them come after these are gone. Last year I was still clearing up at Christmas. This close I work in is on a slope. And my two neighbours in the bottom corner, they've got garages there and they flood out if the drains are covered in leaves. So I like all the drains run by my house because I'm here, they're there down in the bottom. So I feel responsible to clearing the drain leads for them. No fun having your garage flooded, is it? In fact, the one in the corner, two or three owners ago, probably 12 years ago, it nearly flooded their house. I was on the front doorstep, the husband wasn't there, the wife was indoors. I was on the front doorstep batting the water away with a shovel. It was like, well, halfway up my shins, completely covered my boots, and which led them to wanting a porch. So I built them a porch with the door turned the other way to where the front door is, so that gives them protection. That led, you know, to a little job for me. They're the only one in the close with the porch. Something I'm thinking of the manor needs. Formula One today. Texas, Austin. My brother's out there watching it. Can't come on the football. I don't follow it like I used to. I really don't. There's a darts tournament on. European, what they call the Euro Tour, which is the last one of the year. Luke Humphries is still in that. Any of you that watch the darts will know he's a good player, current world champion, and all sorts of other things, so he's still in it. So it's Luke Littler. He's playing, well, soon. I just looked at the lineup, he's on in probably about an hour or so. Well, nothing but positives to say about this, boys. If you haven't tried a Comacho Red, Corogo, try one. Very nice. If you want something slightly stronger to the Connecticut, have a go. There's no harsh in your mouth or anything like that, it's smooth. I do love that name, Comacho. What a great name. The Macho Comacho. Alright guys, it's 1 o'clock. 27 minutes I've been rabbiting on. Jamie is over later, my eldest. They're all over, in fact, for a roast. Got a full house. I think there's 9 Mrs. T's cooking for. We've got a nice roast to look forward to later before bed, and then here we go again. So hopefully it'll stay dry this week for you guys, as hopefully for me. And I will catch you next time. Have a good day, boys. Pug up.